Hello, and here we are at the Timber Focus Theatre, joined by Rupert here from Trada. Rupert, perhaps you can tell me a little bit about what seminars we've got coming up here today at the Timber Focus Theatre.
Yeah, so this morning we're looking at pushing out the boundaries of what is possible with wood. And even though wood has been around for as long as any other material, since the beginning of time, it's capable of doing exciting new things even this year. We've got new work being undertaken to push out the boundaries, whether it's building taller buildings, longer span buildings which are better able to create nice places to work, more productive places to work, or perhaps schools where children can achieve better results, or maybe retail environments where people are happier and spend more money on their shopping. So that's this morning's topics. And then this afternoon we're looking at the whole thing of apprenticeships, encouraging youngsters and indeed older people into the woodworking and construction industries, just looking at what kind of challenges are there, how do you overcome them, what sort of things are available from government, how do apprenticeships work. We just want to educate and get some discussion going and just encourage companies in the industry to be proactive in taking on apprentices.
I noticed earlier when we were looking at the seminar schedule for the day that there was one, was it to do with well-being in wood? So I was quite interested in that.
Yeah, so there's a lot of anecdotal evidence that suggests that people, enjoy being in a timber building. You often see people actually, sort of stroking a timber column because they just kind of like wood, or you like being in an old pub with wooden panelling, or a new building with nice clean lines and so on. But some work has been done by a European consortium and in the UK here by BRE, and they're starting to gather some kind of actual empirical and sort of factual evidence to quantify, well, how does this work? How is it that a building creates better well-being for the occupants?
Yeah. And I was also quite interested by the fact that apparently more and more people are considering building houses in wood, and I know other countries already are quite forward-thinking in that area. Where do you think the UK sits at the moment with sort of building new builds from wood?
Well, in Scotland, it's the vast majority are built out of timber frame construction, sort of 80–90%. Okay. For the UK as a whole, it's above 25%, I believe, these days. So it's not a sort of minor kind of minor material. Yeah. It's on the ascendancy, and what is particularly happening these days is medium-rise blocks of flats. A lot of them are being constructed out of cross-laminated timber, so we're looking at sort of 6, 7, 8 stories. And then we've got one of the first speakers from Cambridge University this morning is looking at research of much taller buildings. Looking at what's possible. How high can we go? So that's Michael Ramage from Cambridge, who's worked with some of the leading architects in London on some work on that.
Oh, brilliant. I did hear something about the Barbican considering doing a sort of high-rise out of wood, and
I think he's going to be commenting on that. So he's been involved in that work himself as well. So yeah, so some real leading-edge speakers this morning. And of course you can just drop by, join in. We're going to have some really good discussion times, I hope. I'm going to jolly well make sure this morning we do get the audience involved. Let's just enjoy discussing what is possible. See where we go from there.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Rupert. We'll be certain to swing by later and hear some of the talks. Thank you.
Thank you.